Today we're making healthy fish and chips. All of the enjoyment, none of the guilt. We're going to kick things off with the tartar sauce. I'm going to be making the tartar in this nifty little mini food processor here, but if you don't have that, you can just chop it up and add it to a mixing bowl. So I want you to just take the skin off, 2 shallots, and then just chop them up very roughly. Doesn't have to be accurate because they're all going into the food processor. I think this is called a food processor, mini mixer, something like that. So in they go. And then what we've got here, gherkins or cornichons and some capers. We're going to get them in there as well. That's going to give a super nice umami sort of salty flavor, but also the acid from the vinegar is going to kind of start pickling the shallots a bit, which is exactly what we want because we don't really want that sharp oniony flavor. This is going to sort of dull that down and make it a bit sweeter. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the juice there, whack that in from the capers. I'll do the same with the gherkins. Capers done. Now, the gherkins, I'm probably going to use 2 of these. These are small ones, obviously, so if you use larger pickles, make sure you don't put too much in. I'm not saying use 2 big pickles, I'm saying use 2 smaller sized pickles like this. So we can just whack that in. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do a 1/3 in there, and then, like I said, a bit of the juice. 3 teaspoons or so. Next we're going in with some fresh parsley. Just want the leaves, not the stalky bits, okay? So we can just rip those, get rid of them, and then we're just going to tear up some of this or chop it up and add it to the mix as well. Now from here we're going to start blitzing it up, and we're going to do that before we add our mustard and our light mayonnaise, keeping the calories a lot lower than using regular mayonnaise. These things are great. They're much better than regular food processors for stuff like this. Making sauces, making stuff which you don't really need too much room for. It actually sort of chops everything up really nicely, but sometimes you need to get a teaspoon. Just run around the edges like that. Just make sure everything's getting blended properly, okay? You don't want big chunky bits of shallot that aren't getting blended. So just clean up the sides. Put the lid back on. Give it another go. You can also just give it a bit of a shake about there as well. The same sort of thing. That's cleaning the sides. That looks pretty good to me. So at the moment, this is still obviously super low calorie, okay? This is practically 0 calorie food here. There's no fat in any of those ingredients, so the calories are extremely low so far. And then we're going to go in with the light mayo, minus 75% gordura. Where I am in Portuguese, that means minus 75% fat compared to regular mayonnaise. So make the swap out if you haven't already and you want to keep your calories low. I'm going in with, let's say, 3 heaped tablespoons of light mayonnaise. And then with the mustard, I'd say 1 fairly heaped teaspoon like that. Give it a bit of spice, give it a bit of punch, give it a bit of character. Now give this all a nice mix up. Look at this. Absolutely delicious. This is going to be perfect with the fish and the chips, to be honest, reminding me of home. So as you can see here, we've got this sort of consistency. So we're going to set this aside in the fridge and move on to the mushy peas. So I've just gone into the freezer and got myself a bag of fresh peas. So get a whole bag of peas. This one's 700 grams, so get that in there. And then we're just going to leave these a few minutes to cook through. Just brought these to the boil, and now I'm going to go in with a handful or so of chopped fresh mint, a teaspoon of Himalayan salt, but you can use sea salt, that's fine. And we're just gonna let these cook for probably another 3 to 5 minutes. Get the lid back on and leave these for another 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so about 4 minutes has passed. Taking a look at them now, you can see that mint started to cook down. Peas are fully cooked. They've started to change color ever so slightly. So at this point, I'm just gonna go ahead, turn these off and sieve them out. So here we are, back with the peas. And now I'm gonna go in with some light Philadelphia. As you can see here, 50% less fat than regular Philly. Again, a very worthwhile sub out if you want to keep those calories low. So I'm going to go in with probably just over half of the tub. A touch of black pepper. And then we're just going to get a masher and mash this up. It's a very simple recipe, this one. Not much to it. Just heroing that pea flavor, freshness from the mint, creaminess from the Philly. That's pretty much all you need. Again, you can use a food processor for this, for sure, but I find a masher keeps it a little bit more rough and rustic and leaves some chunky bits in there, whole peas, etc., which I quite like. Do have to work for it though. Putting in some good elbow grease here. So get yourself a spoon and just scrape off any of these stubborn peas that have stuck to the masher. Don't want to waste anything. You also don't want to be cleaning this up, it's a bit of a hassle. So set this aside, doesn't need to be in the fridge, can just be on the counter because it's quite nice to have it room temperature. And now we're going to move on to our chips. We're going to keep things super nice and simple. We're going to be air frying them today. If you don't have an air fryer, that's fine. You can oven bake them. But if you do want to get that really nice chippy sort of crisp, then you do want to use an air fryer for best results. Simply take a peeler and remove the skins. Okay, we don't want skin on chips. We want to go for that authentic chippy sort of feel. Personally, if I had to, gun to my head, my favorite chips would be skinless, I think. Even though it's a little bit more faff, I do think it's worth it. So if you're willing to put the time in, go ahead and peel them. Again, if you can't be arsed, that's fine. They'll still be delicious. So skins are off. We're going to chop these into quarters, like so, okay? Well, for that one anyway, we want those sort of shapes, okay? Nice, thick, sort of chunky chips there. In they go into the air fryer basket and do the same. Cut it once down the middle and then again. And even for these larger guys, I think quarters still really nice. I am so excited for this. I haven't had fish and chips in years. And normally when you have them from the Chippies, they are super greasy, super oily. And although they're indulgent and delicious, you can't help thinking about how many millions of calories you're consuming. It's always nice to make your own. And with tartar sauce, homemade mushy peas we got going on as well. It's going to be seriously special. So what we're going to do with these potatoes is give them a sprinkle of corn flour, which is going to give them a real crisp, okay? It's going to make them super crispy. And we're going to need that because we're not deep fat frying, okay? We're using the air fryer here or oven baking, equally as useful, okay? So we're going to go in with some corn flour and then a sprinkle of salt as well. So be generous with the salt. We want our chips nice and salty, and that's not going to add any extra calories, obviously. Just going to give it some nice flavor. So give that a nice toss up there. You can see that they're well dusted and covered. And now we're going to go in with a spritz of vegetable oil, sunflower oil, some sort of neutral oil. And then these are going in the air fryer at 200 degrees Celsius. So now we're moving on to our breaded fish. I've got some sea bass here. You can use any whitefish. Sea bass is just the best local fish that I can get here in the Algarve. We've got a little station going on, right? So what we're going to do is dip our sea bass into plain flour, then egg wash, then ground cornflakes. I prefer to use cornflakes over panko or just traditional breadcrumbs because it's going to give that fish a really special, delicious crunch. You've got to trust me on this one. Try cornflakes. Also super accessible and super affordable. In we go into the flour to start. We'll just make sure it's fully coated there, all over. The flour should have no problem sticking to the fish because it's already quite wet. And we'll go in with the other fillet as well. Okay, so you've got two nice fillets of skin on but boneless, already well prepared sea bass fillets, and we're going in now into the egg wash. All right, so normally they say you should keep one hand wet and one hand dry when you're battering things, dredging things, but that's already out the window. So we're rocking and rolling into the cornflakes we go. I'm just going to separate these out a bit and make sure they're nice and evenly coated. I've used about 350 grams of cornflakes here, just into the food processor, brought it to quite a fine blitz, and these are going to be absolutely stunning. And we're going to keep the calories super low, putting them in the air fryer. Little spritz of oil, that's all they need. So I'm just going to keep them on a plate with a bit of that cornflake dust there as well, just so it doesn't stick to the plate whilst the chips are finishing frying off, like so. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. And then we're on to our second fillet here. Give it a good push down. You can be quite firm with it, okay? Don't be scared to pat it down quite hard, okay? Just make sure that all of the breadcrumb really sticks onto it there. Seriously excited for these. Look at that, perfect. So now you can clean all of this down, put this to the side, And now we just need to wait for our chips to finish cooking. I've just gone and checked the chips after the clean down, and you can see they're at this sort of point now, okay? So they're looking pretty beautiful, very golden, very crispy. I'd say they're about 75% of the way cooked, okay? So at this point, if you've got a single air fryer like I do, what you're gonna wanna do is just shuffle them back, right? And we're just gonna make room for the fish. I'm just gonna be cooking one of the fillets, even though I breaded two. The other one goes in the freezer. It's nice to sort of get out of the way whilst you're doing it and have a little backup there for you for a rainy day. Just gonna be getting this lovely fillet here though. See, I've made space for it there. I'm just lying it there. This way we can cook the fish and the chips equally. It will just take another 10 minutes of cooking time and we'll be ready to rock and roll. So I'm just going in with my trusty spritzer. You can see I've just bought this from a DIY shop and filled it with vegetable oil. Much healthier for you than the stuff you can get in the aerosol cans. I'm just gonna give this a very light spritz here. You might wanna just hold it up and do so like that. Okay, so a light spritz of oil, and this is ready to go back in the air fryer, still at 200 degrees for 10 more minutes. Right, so here we are, all done, ready to plate up. It's looking absolutely incredible. So I'm gonna just grab the chips first off and lay them down. You can see these are crispy golden, delicious, but of course not nearly as fatty or calorie heavy as deep fried chips. We're having all the flavor, but none of the guilt. All right, that's how we like it on this channel. I'm gonna stack these up a little bit here, like so. Beautiful, look at these. Yeah, just like that. And then we've got that glorious air fried sea bass there. Cornflake crumb, you can see, you hear that? Super crispy, delicious. And then we're gonna go in with the mushy peas, okay? So the mint mushy peas, here we go. Put them to the side there. Be generous with them. Gotta get your greens in. Then the tartar sauce, my favorite part. Just gonna put it into a nice little dish here. Pile it up. And we'll just put that to the side there. Okay, and then last but not least, a little wedge of lemon, and there we go. Healthy fish and chips in the air fryer, all of the flavor, none of the guilt. So let's give this a taste. I want to start by getting a nice, oh, look at that, beautiful. All right, so chip, fish, peas there, the tartar sauce, a squeeze of that lemon juice, and there we go. What an incredible mouthful of food. Absolutely stunning. That's it for today, guys. If you want more healthy recipes like this, sub to the channel, and I'll see you for the next one.